Alright folks, welcome back to Moans Labs. Today we're doing something different. We are out here in beautiful Sedalia, Colorado, and we are trail riding this, basically the end of this weekend, Wednesday through Saturday, and then at the end of the week we'll probably go to Thunder Valley and rip the track, but I have some work PTO I need to use up before the end of the year, so that's why we're out here, and I've never been out to Colorado to ride, so this is like a bucket list thing that I've wanted to do for a really long time. I'm here solo, so I'm hoping I meet some cool people. The oxygen level out here is already kind of getting to me after setting up by myself and unloading by myself, but hopefully the bike runs good. Go hit some trails today. So we just got here. It's about 2:15. We got a couple hours of sunlight left. Pick a short trail and we'll try and get our way back here. So let's go. All right, getting her warmed up. So I am not primarily a trail rider, so I might not be that good at this, but we're gonna go have fun. Let's go see what it's about. Made sure I got an extra fuel jug in my bag. These YZs, especially the 125, it's not the X, it's just the regular motocross one, eats fuel. So, hoping it's not too crazy because it's primarily trail riding, not track. I don't know, so we'll find out. But I also don't want to spill the fuel jug all in my back because it's about a half gallon of fuel. I don't really know the park either. I'm going real kind of leisure probably through this first little section today. And tomorrow we'll get into it a little deeper, I think. I'm hoping towards the end of the week it gets a little busier. Supposed to be some nice weather this week, in the low 60s, high 50s, so pretty good trail riding weather. If I get to a point where I feel like I'm huffing and puffing, I'll probably stop, but I'm not used to the altitude, you know. We're sitting at about 7,600 feet here at Rampart Range. Used to about a 1,500 foot range, so bear with me, you know. Getting our bearings today. Making sure my blood sugar is all in order and that I got a good system underneath me. I feel like most of the stuff I saw on YouTube, primarily before coming here, was if you get lost, find the road, and the road will take you back to the campsite. So, hoping that's true. This is already more standing than I'm used to, so maybe I should stretch. I've been trail riding since I was a little kid, and like, we don't really have this stuff back home in Nebraska, so you gotta make the best of it. You might have some sand dunes or, you know, flat river tracks, but you don't have this stuff, so. But you get the chance to ride Colorado, you have to do it, so. That's what everybody's told me, so that's what we're doing. Kind of fun on like a sport quad. Definitely taking a little bit of skill to get through this. It's pretty dry. I think this is trail 627. All the trails here that are designated are marked, so you just gotta kind of know which one you're on, and then you're pretty much good to go. I'm hoping most of these have reassurance signs, like, oh, if you get lost, you know, you can find one, but that's my biggest concern right now, is trying not to get lost. Or fly off the mountain. At least my 125 is pretty light, so even if I do get a little tired, you know, it's not the heaviest bike in the world to lug around. But, you know, it's kind of, I'm in second gear, I'm kind of just cruising right now. It's pretty flowy track. Woo. Blast some music in my Cardo headset. Thank you, Cardo. Listen to some Rob Zombie out here. Hopefully the video turns out good. I'm going to film this here at 1080 and 60 frames. So that way I can at least render it smoothly, because I think a lot of it's just going to be rolling all day long. So, oh, sorry guys. It's going to be rendering all day long. So hopefully, you know, I have enough space. I have 3 or 4 SD cards along. They're all about 100 gig each, so I am hoping I have enough storage to get me through a couple of days. 4 days is what we're supposed to be out here, but we don't know if we'll do all of it here. I might do like 2 days here, 2 days at Rainbow Falls riding area, each Saturday at Thunder Valley, because I want to have some good clips from Thunder Valley on the weekend. If they're open. I saw they were open today when I went by and worked. Kind of back like I never left, honestly. Okay. Not too bad. I'm really out of shape though. I'll tell you what, I don't stand very often. Anybody that watches my videos knows that. Whew. Calves are burning, hips are burning, hands are burning. I haven't even gone that far yet. I don't know where all the trailheads are either, so I'm just kind of take note of stuff. I'm very new to this trail. First time here. I'm trying to follow the rules too. Some of these trails are motorcycle permitted, some aren't. It's pretty late in the year. Today's November 5th. So I don't know how many people will really be out here because they close at the end of this month in November. But just trying to be cautious, you know, I don't want to get kicked out because this is the place that I'm staying for the next 4 days. Alright, well, bike's running pretty good so far. Hopefully these shadows don't mess up my film too bad. Sometimes when I go to render, if it's not full quality, it's like shadows really make it kind of glitchy. I notice that in my videos after I post sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if it's not YouTube, you know, trying to render it, or if it's more just me not rendering it full quality when I edit it. Fun little trail, honestly. Originally I was supposed to come with a buddy. Couldn't get a hold of him end of last week, so I'm here by myself. Not really sure how I feel about it just yet. It gives you a lot of freedom when you travel this far by yourself, but it's also like you are all you have, you know? I'm about 8 or 9 hours from home. And I am by myself, so gotta look out for me. Gotta love a good two-stroke in the woods, though. Who doesn't love that? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm not really trying to shout, I'm just trying to talk. Trying to get acclimated. We left at 4 a.m. today to make it here. And I lost an hour. Or like I gained an hour on the way out here, so we really actually made pretty good time. We had to stop, I think, twice for gas. Got set up, got my fee paid, got lunch. Yeah, the thing about these 125s, or the YZ especially, is that I only got a 1.3 gallon tank. I think the X has like a 1.5 or 7. That's my main cause of concern right now. Catch my breath for a second. Pretty good flow though. Pretty good flow. Trying to watch the sun, you know, it's way up there, but because we're in the mountains, you know, stuff gets dark quick, you know. Sun goes down here about 5:30, 6 o'clock every day, so. No, but I'm pleased this is running pretty good. I was pretty concerned that it was gonna not run good once I got up to elevation, but it's doing pretty good right now, so excited for that. I'm gonna catch my breath here in a minute. All right. Pretty good view. There's some spots I want to go check out, but yeah, you guys might think, oh man, Heisey, are you really that out of shape? And I'm like, short answer is yes, but you got to remember I'm carrying about 25-30 pounds on my back, and the oxygen is a factor. So alright, I saw a guy come from that way earlier, so I'm gonna follow that. Woo! But yeah, it'd be really cool if we had stuff like this in Nebraska, which we never will, but yeah, you know, it's a great thing that they have this here, because I mean, a pass for the year was only like, and they're open about 6 or 7 months of the year, but it was only $25. That's incredible. That's cheaper than any track day, one-time track day, or anything out in Nebraska. So I'm pretty excited. It's incredible. I mean, I think you got 2,000 or 3,000 acres of trails to ride through here at Rampart Range. So that's a pretty good deal for $25. Coming up on riding zone here. Like sunset point, okay. Whoop section. Okay, so it looks like there is other spots, you know, you can camp or drop off at just for day use stuff. Yeah, those are all the trail. Rainbow Falls is at the bottom. So that'll be, I'm up here today. You can ride through all of that, but that's where ultimately the bottom of that is, which is mainly Jeep trail stuff. A lot of this northern stuff is single track, so I was told take 770, 787, and a couple other ones. I don't know, maybe 770B? I don't remember. Shout out Bob Morgan for giving me all the pointers to this place. He's been out here a couple times with his boys. His boys fishing for fun. I ride with them once in a while. But yeah, no, he was a big help and kind of guiding you on what to do out here. So thanks, Bob. Glad I cleaned my air filter on the way out here, man. It was so dusty. Whew. Jump through all that. If you're not good at braking bumps, this is not a bad place to learn. Rollers, braking bumps. I think that's how they keep the pace of the trail down. Or at a controllable pace at least. People aren't flying off corners or running into each other. If anyone else has any other cool places to ride, drop it down in my comments actually, because I love riding trail and I love going places. Like there's like places that are so sick. Like any place that's new to me is really cool. You know, I get kind of tired being in Nebraska going to the same 3 or 4 tracks, you know. So this is cool to me. You want to meet up and ride? Let's do it. I'm dreading that first time I go down. Because it's bound to happen. Out here a couple days, that'd be a miracle if I don't go down. The closest thing so far that this place reminds me of is a little place we like to call Genoa, Nebraska. It was about, I don't know, 1,300 acres of sand dune right on the Platte River. Summer, the Platte River dry up, you could go right out there as long as the water wasn't too deep. Yeah, it's that was a fun place. It got closed down a couple years ago. That was my childhood trail riding spot, man. That shit was so fun. Some of the gates aren't closed. I gotta be careful. I wanna take a wire or a fence post or a gate to the road or nothing out here by myself. It's honestly a great place to sharpen your skills. Like, even in the pool, it's pretty flowy, so you can kind of work on stuff that you're not that good at, or that you don't have to see at all motocross tracks. So I think it's a huge plus. Ooh, okay. How do I get through it? Oh. Yeah, some of these are closed. It's like I wouldn't even know how to get here in a truck if I had to. Let's see what this is. overlook up here, so it can't be too far. Right here. Oh yeah. Alright. Of course I didn't bring a kickstand or nothing, so we are just gonna do the old tree method. Just like that. That is a view. Don't fall. That is a view. I don't know which direction this is, but you know, Boulder, or I mean Denver, Lakewood area. It's pretty cool. Sweating. Photo op. Alright, we're back in action. Sorry, so had my bag sitting here, and I noticed that the zipper had messed up, and it was open, so I was like, oh shoot, hopefully I didn't drop anything important. So, but looks like we got it all, so that's good. Yeah, cool spot up here at this lookout. Oh, don't fall. Okay, fell anyways. But yeah, got about a half tank left, so trying to get our what's that? Our tripometer, mental tripometer, about how far I can ride a day. Alright, so we're back on 627 here. I'm noticing on the main road, the 67 looks like it's kind of the perimeter trail. And I don't know, I can get on the road a little bit and kind of open it up, but I'm glad I leaned out my pilot jet. I think I have I think it's a 158 or 160 at a stock 125 main pilot jet. Or no, it's a 72. 72 pilot, but I think I have a 160 main, and the 160 is a little fat, so I would go less than a 160 if you're looking at jet stuff for out here. At least on my, I have a 2025 YZ 125, so a 72 seems like it works good for the pilot, and anything less than a 160, maybe a 158 would work best out here. I don't notice it too much, just when I'm kind of, you know, top speed, it kind of takes a second to ring all the way up there. I'm running 32.1 also, just a little bit rich, but not terrible, but that's just where I like it. Yeah, pretty fun flow here. Some of you guys will be like, man, I can ride faster than that. My grandmother could ride faster than that. Look, I am not a professional trail rider. I mean, I'm not a professional anything dirt bike. I'm just out here having fun. So, you know, if you click away, you click away. But this is just videos kind of for me, I think. Let's see here. Alright, the trail I think I was on, so I'm going to take this back. I can be staying on 627, you know, stuff that's like, you know, clearly marked, you know, should be okay with me. Woo! Kind of fun. You get these little rollers. You can kind of pogo off of them and bounce into the slot. It's pretty cool. Good ride. I haven't even really scratched the surface of this place yet. I think it's fun. And I see a lot of trials guys out here, even for a Wednesday. It seems like this place is pretty popping. So, seen a couple of side-by-sides, a couple ATVs. I'd say for ATVs, a lot of the trails are limited to 48 inches. You can get away with a lot more at a 48-inch wheelbase or width. But you know, they take everything. They have side-by-side trails for all that stuff. But I would say a dirt bike is definitely what you want out here. The single track is unbelievable. Shout out to my boy Clay. I should have asked him if he wanted to come, but place over, this is all you. Got you written all over it, big dog. Oh. Yeah, I gotta keep head on a swivel out here. Sometimes you have that. Probably turn my music down a little bit too. Here, I'm gonna check if my bag's closed. I do not want to have another zipper issue out here. Another Eli Tomac zipper issue. Nope, okay. I don't know where I am. Okay. Looks like another parking lot. As long as you kind of know where the parking lots are, I suppose it's not terribly hard to locate yourself out of a problem. Come on. I didn't buckle my... buckle my hot one. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose if you were pretty good, or better than me at least, YZ125, second, third gear, get you through here pretty good. But I don't know what, there is different, harder trails. I know that much. But yeah, you know, you can have a lot of fun second or third gear out here. Especially if you can kind of like wheel tap stuff. That's my favorite part so far, just the wheel taps. Make sure you got some good tires though. Definitely recommend that. It's not really a sand bottom, it's dirt. It's a lot of like gravel. I don't know if it's like that all times of the year, but right now that's what it is. It's pink gravel. Beat myself up too bad. Oh, little rock section. I'm not really used to riding on rock. I'm used to riding on obviously dirt, but dirt kind of crumbles underneath you and it kind of forms your tire. Rock does not, so you gotta kind of take rock in a little different approach, a little more control, especially when you're on the brakes. All right. Maybe I should get into hair scrambles. You guys like hair scrambles? They look kind of cool. Those guys are good at trails. I've seen those videos. Shout out Deegan Driscoll if you're watching. 787, 627. Yeah, Deegan Driscoll, if you're watching, bro, you're probably the best trails rider I know. You and Tucker Wyatt, you guys rip. Shout out Iowa boys. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, here we go. We're getting some flow. It's like a mountain bike, you know? 125! I'm honestly adapting to this better than I thought I would have. If you have any trail experience, you know, it's really not that, it's not that difficult. Kind of good for all sizes because it's actually pretty wide. The trails I'm on, at least this one. But this isn't taking me too far out of into the woods. I didn't make a wrong turn. Trust the process, I guess. End up on top of a mountain or out of gas. All right. That's a chipper there. Now take a break for a sec. Woo! There is some technical stuff here. I mean, not too bad, but it's all about flow, you know? Act like I know what I'm doing. It's been here 15 minutes. Hey, it's good for your quick decision making too, you know, your adaptability. If you get a split, you gotta pick a side of the split like right away. Kind of makes you use your throttle control, your angle and stuff, you know? Okay. Woo! Take a break. Let's see, it's like 627. Is it all roped off? Oh. No. This, I recognize this, so I'm trying to stay to what I recognize right now. A good reminder to squeeze with my legs, so I'm not constantly pulling on my arm. You know what I mean? I'm very guilty of not squeezing my legs when I'm riding sometimes. I don't know why it is. It wasn't a habit I instilled when I was really young, so it's a hard habit to break now. You gotta squeeze with your legs. Kids, if you're watching, no matter how young you are, how old you are, squeeze with your legs is a good habit to get into. Gives you way more control and stuff like this. And anything, really. That would not be a fun one to go off with. Alright. Alright. Kind of opens up. I mean, considering it's a two-way trail, it would be kind of difficult on a sport quad because I think they're right at the trail width max. Like a Raptor's pretty wide, even a TRX is pretty wide. But I don't know, you can probably do it. It would just really suck in a spot like this to, you know, have to scoot over for a dirt bike, or even worse, a quad. You might be hosed. That looks like a problem, you know? I don't know where my brake is, you know? Sometimes I can't feel the rear brake in my boots, but I know where it's at. I know it's there. But I just wish I could feel it. I wish someone made a stronger spring so I could feel it a little better, but I don't know if anyone does. That's to the road. Okay. We'll take the road for a minute. I gotta get a good break.